Wedding season is in full swing, and while couples should be focusing on the love and the romance, they also need to keep their finances in sync. Tammy Trenta, founder and CEO of Family Financial, explores topics you should discuss with your partner before tying the knot. Welcome, Tammy, and why is it so important to discuss finances with your partner before taking a big step like getting married?
Great question. Well, it's no secret that finances are the number one reason that couples fight and the number two reason they divorce. The main ways that we learn our financial habits are from our own parents and early life experiences. So discussing finances before marriage is really important. It allows both partners to fully understand each other's financial situation, their habits, their goals. They can talk about their values. They can discuss topics such as debt, income, savings, spending, their investment philosophies, their financial goals, and their overall attitudes towards money. It's not just about you anymore. You're combining your life with somebody else, and so financial decisions that you make could impact both partners. And so understanding and aligning those elements can really help to avoid those future conflicts or misunderstandings.
Great advice. And what do you find is kind of the greatest issue that couples will often ignore before walking down the aisle when it comes to finances?
You know, it's really surprising. You find that the financial issues are the ones that people tend to avoid. You know, they're in love and they're happy, and it's definitely an uncomfortable subject. So I don't think it gets talked about a lot, and I don't think it gets talked about in depth. So what oftentimes happens is you might generally touch on things, but then there's a lack of alignment of financial goals and habits and what you want for yourselves as a couple in the future. For example, if one is a spender and the other is a saver, that could lead to potential conflict down the line. So, topics such as buying a house, how are we going to save, children, how do we plan for children? Because children are quite expensive. What do we want for ourselves in the future in terms of retirement? Like, are we retiring early? Do we want to wait? Do we love our jobs and never going to retire? And the biggest one is, how do you handle debt? What do you do when a family member approaches you and wants to borrow money? So these are all really important topics that, as I said, people don't really dive deep into them.
Very good insight. And, I'm also just curious, once you're married, what is it that you should prioritize when it comes to money?
Well, first and foremost, you should decide how you want to structure your finances. So again, depending on when you're entering into the marriage, whether you're both starting out and you don't have anything yet, or you're on a second marriage, or maybe getting married older in life, how are you going to structure things? So are you going to have separate bank accounts and then maybe one joint account? How do you pay the bills? Is it based on income, and would it be a pro rata contribution? Or are you both going to decide on a 50-50 arrangement? So those are really important things. The budget is up there as well. I like the 50-30-20 rule, which is 50% to essential needs, which is like housing, transportation, food, and then your wants, which would be 30% of your budget, which could be, clothing, vacations, things like that. And then most importantly, how are you going to save? And 20% of your overall budget should go into savings.
Very good insight. Now, where can people go to learn more or to potentially work with you if they want some help?
So the name of my company is Family Financial. The website is familyfinancial.biz. And I'm pretty much on all the socials if you look up Tammy Trenta.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Tammy. We really appreciate your insight.
All right. Thank you.